Well, good afternoon, and welcome to you for being in the house on today. So we're getting ready to just give you a brief overview of some things. So go out there and tell some people, friends, family. I don't know. Just tell them we're here. It's moments, it's elevation moments. Those moments that make sometimes will always make the difference in who we are and what we're looking at. And so today I am here to just give you a brief overview. Good afternoon, my good friend, Miss Carrie. Thank you so much for joining. It is always a pleasure to be in your presence, my dear friend. But I want you to go out there, those that are watching or will watch later, make sure you go ahead and care, share, and like the video. Is this information that we're going to pass out today is going to be somewhat how do I say it, Miss Carrie? It's going to be on the edge, because if you know me, I give on the edge information and techniques and all those good things. But it is always a pleasure to be here with all of you that's out there in the land of success. Those of you that are out there in the land of rising to your next. I just want you to understand it. It's time for you to rise to your next. It's time for you to be empowered, embraced, and educated to be elevated and not tolerated. That's a part of our logo and our slogan. And so we want to make sure that you are out there producing what needs to be produced in you for your next level. And it's often sometimes the hardest thing that we can put our arms around and wrap, that we don't always understand. Sometimes it is just that moment in time that will change everything about you, right? And so this morning, as I was listen, I was trying to rest a little bit. But how many of you know that when, hey, Tamika, thanks so much for joining, my dear good friend. The DOEs are in the house on today. But as I was resting a little bit this morning, and kind of, because usually when I do an event, and a special shout out to Tamika Cummins and all of the beautiful women from the DOE. Usually after I do anything with events or what have you, where I'm the speaker, or if you will, or I was a guest, and it just went so far. I tell you, we had an amazing time on Monday night. But when I tell you, most times after that, I have to rest a little bit, because I'm getting older, y'all. I'm getting just a little bit older. Don't y'all hate? I'm engulfing and I'm embracing, this 61 years around the globe, because I love it all the time when people say, well, you don't look 61. Well, to God be the glory that I don't, right? Because if you only knew what I've been through, is an old saying, and the song says. But when I tell you that I am always excited, but this morning when God woke me up, it was a whole different place and time. It was a place where God said, it's time I want you to rise up. And I was like, okay, God, here you go with these rising up and taking over and all of these things and all of that. Well, he rose me up with a topic for today. I never know, I have things that he always gives me that's in the pocket, if you will. But typically for the moments with Elevate and Not Tired, that he always gives me something new. And it's usually before I even log on that he's giving me something. But this morning when he woke me up with this, I said, okay, God, what you trying to talk about? He said, what are you wearing? Right? What are you wearing? Can I be honest with you? Some people go to the limit and say, I don't put on anything before I ask God what to wear. I'm not one of those people, other than when I'm going to church events, let's say. I do, because I like to be, in tune to the atmosphere that I'm walking in. But when he woke me up this morning, he says, what are you wearing? And I'm like, well, God, I really don't have anywhere to go today. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but God, what do you want me to do today that I need to be, make sure I got on the right attire for? And he said, this is the reason why people look at certain things and they don't get the gist of it. And again, I'm going, God, what is you talking about? Because at this moment, it's like 6:45 and I'm, still trying to go back to sleep. And he said, typically people wear logos, and I'm a t-shirt lover. Anybody want to make me happy, get me a t-shirt. I'll be one of the happiest people in the world because I love t-shirts because they always got something cute on them and they're relaxing. But typically t-shirts are for entrepreneurs, are one of the tools to allow people to see your logos and your business, your business names and those types of things. However, sometimes we wear t-shirts like the one I'm wearing today. And if you saw my posting, then you probably know I'm wearing one of my famous ones that I love. Jamila Rouse out there, she's the one who designed this one. It says, "Stop feeding people who cannot digest your wealth." Stop feeding people who cannot digest your wealth. And that came from a topic of one of my morning lives, because people were trying to, we as people try to fit into stuff. And we're always, giving our information out to people, but sometimes people can't digest it, and it's okay. So when he began, he said, "What are you wearing?" I'm like, "Well, God, I always prepare for, one of my t-shirts. Tamika and the DOEs, they loved my Victoria Elevates black one. I wore that, Monday night. But he kept reminding me, "What are you wearing?" So I'm going to ask you the question while we got a few minutes. What are you wearing today that can speak of you, right? Because sometimes we as individuals will buy t-shirts, we'll buy cups and mugs, and Tamika's got some coffee mugs and some t-shirts out there that she's got going on that she's making. And see, this is the thing. But we buy all of these things, wristbands, headbands, we use hashtags, we use all of these things. But what are you wearing today? So before we get into the hot topic, I do want to share with you some things that are coming up in the next few weeks, and we want you to be a part of it. And one of those things that's coming up, y'all, is right around the corner. It's going to be the master class is coming on December the 16th. I want you to go out there and register. So I want you to take a look at this so you'll know what you're looking for. All right, so the master class is out there. Beauty or the Beast Unveil. And this is the revision for 2023. We did this workshop a couple of years ago, and it's a part of our positive self-building class. But December the 16th, we're going to take you on a whole journey with Beauty and the Beast. It's time for you to go ahead and do those pre-registrations. If you haven't done so, I need you to do it by November the 30th, because prices go up at midnight on November the 30th. Right now, you can register for just to have a seat and absorb the information, and that's a $35 option. It's option A. You can join that. Or you can upgrade to the VIP package, which gives you not only a seat, but it gives you a digital copy of the workshop, and it also gives you a 90-minute a 90-minute coaching session with me. Yeah, I get a little tongue-tied when I start thinking things. Y'all got to remember, I have the COVID brain. So, but the VIP package does come with your seat in the room, and it also gives you a digital copy for you to refer to later, and it gives you a 90-minute coaching session one-on-one with me. So go out there and register by November the 30th so you can take advantage of the early bird special, because everything goes up at midnight on November the 30th. It'll go up to $55 for the session, and then it'll all go up to $2 something for the VIP package. So you don't want to miss it. I want to give you the opportunity to go ahead and get that early bird registration in. Go ahead and tell your friends, your neighbors, the cats, dogs, the chickens run across the street. You don't want to miss Beauty or the Beast Unveil. It's going to be an amazing time. Every time I do it, I get excited. So let's talk about some things, y'all. Let's get into some heavy conversation. And I love feedback. You can ask anybody that knows me when I do a group session. I love feedback, because it's always intriguing how people react to certain topics and certain things that happen, right? And so when we're talking about, what are we wearing? the first thing I want you to know is this. If you wear it, stand for it. Okay, get your pens and pencils ready because I'm giving you nuggets. And look, y'all, you never know what's going to come out my mouth. I just guarantee you won't. So go out there and get your ink pen ready and your pencil ready. All right. So this is what I need you to know. Whatever you're wearing, let it really represent you. Let it be what you are really standing for. Because typically most of us will wear something that doesn't even relate to who we are or what we're doing. Sometimes we do, and I do this because I am a supporter and I'm a pusher of every person that I believe in. And anybody that has dealt with me on any type of level of embracing, empowering, and upgrading your businesses in a certain arena, you know that's the first thing that I talk about is making sure that you show up with what you're really talking about. I'm a big fan of any business, like Miss Carrie, for instance, all about music. The T-shirt that she has given me, baby, when you see us at the event, you're gonna know we're all in sync because it's all about the music. See, this is a thing. What you're wearing should reflect who you are and what you are and where you're going in this season. I want you to know that it's time for you to stop anticipating and stop pretending. Stop being the great pretender. Be who you are. This particular T-shirt I have on right now, it speaks volume to the people that it needs to speak volume to. Stop feeding into people that can't digest your worth. You are worth more than $1. Go out to my website, get you a T-shirt too, because they're out there. They're out there for you to order. Stop feeding people who cannot digest your worth. But the thing is, part of the reason is we've given people as the old folks used to say, they've given us the hammer to beat our own self across the head with. Can I be honest with you? If you have given them the access to you, then give them the true picture of you, right? Many times we'll see people that have hashtags. I do hashtags on my website, on my posting, because I want to make sure that it clicks into the right arena, that it goes to the right place. But do you understand that these hashtags have to represent you? Some of us are portraying things that we're not, right? I am your certified master life coach, and I am your professional achievement facilitator. That is truly who I am. If you don't know me, invite me to your conference and let me give you a little rundown. But at the end of the day, you've got to understand that what you are putting on your body, be it bad, good, or indifferent, is a representation of you. It's a true representation of you, who you are, where you are, and where you're going right now. If you're going to wear something, stand out for it. When I say Victoria elevates, baby, I mean Victoria elevates. It is time for me to help you move to your next level. And I'm the one that can do that. I don't want to wear a T-shirt that says down in the dumps. If I'm going to wear a T-shirt that says down in the dumps, Tamika, can you add a line to it? But I'm moving forward. So you got to understand that whatever you're putting on you in the natural is a representation of who you are, right? So this is the other thing. So when you think about that, let's talk about what's in the mind. Let's talk about, hey, Coach K, thanks for joining. Let's talk about what's on the mind, right? And Coach K just came in right time because she's also a certified master mindset coach like myself. And we have been working together for years, and you're going to see more about some things that Coach is going to be coming out with. See, this is the thing though. When you talk about what you're wearing, I need you to go inside your deep closet, and that deep closet is your mind right now. Ask yourself what's in your closet that represents you in your mind. What you're wearing inside of your mind is what you sometimes protrude on the outside. We have to move to another level. We have to be able to understand that today is the day that we change our own true mindsets about who we are. What are you wearing on the inside of your head? What is inside of your head telling you? Could it be a false dream? Could it be a false pretense of something that you've experienced? A lot of times, some of the things that we've had hit into our hearts, we wear it in our heads, and it turns out being a piece of clothing that we wear on our shoulder every day. Can I be honest with you? There's some things that I've had to learn over the last 61 years that it doesn't fit me. It's just because I've been associated with it. It's time for us to disconnect from those things that we're really not representing. Hashtags. I don't care what you put these hashtags on or what you attach to it. Mindset, check your head to see if it really resonates with you. Most of the time, we're promoting something that we want other people to see, but can you wear it well? Can I tell you? If you don't know me, I can tell you that I wear Victoria Elevates well. Why? Because it's a place that I need people to understand that I'm here to help you get to your next level. One of the things that I teach is what I call 3 minutes. What happens in 3 minutes makes a whole big difference. Do you not understand that in 3 minutes, if someone is showing, if they are wearing a t-shirt that says you are great, do you know either that 3 minute, in that 3 minute time span, either that person's going to smile and be happy, or they're going to ask you, where'd you get that shirt from? Because it speaks volume. So you got to understand that it's not just about you, my friend. See, so a lot of times people say, it ain't about you, it's about God. Cliches. Stop using things that do not represent you. Every time you open your mouth, and this is something that I truly believe, and this is something that I say across the board, every conversation is a consultation. Guess why that is? Because everything that comes out of your mouth, you never know when the next person is going to need it to help them get to their next level. Some of us are just, being ourselves, and that's okay. It's okay to be yourself, but represent it well. What's in your head? Ask yourself, hey, head, how you doing? Your head says, well, I don't feel good today. Well, maybe that's a good day for you not to communicate with people. Because whatever you represent is going to stay. First impressions. Have you ever do you remember our parents telling us first impressions last? Can I be honest with you? It's usually the first, the second, and the third opportunities for me, because I'll give you a chance. But when I tell you that first impression does stick with you. The first time I met Coach K, she can tell you I'm not the same person I was then. I was, believe it or not, I was a little bit more shyer. No, actually, I was wearing a mask. I wasn't at all shy. It was just that it was my mechanism to keep off predators, right? But can I be honest with you? Sometimes you have to understand that doesn't always work. It doesn't represent the real you. You put on a wristband that says, what would God do? And you're asking somebody else the question, but God is asking you the question, what would I do if it's pertaining to you? What are you wearing? Are you wearing self-doubt? Because doubt can be seen a mile away, my friends. It's up to you to learn how to mask it so that it doesn't affect everything that you do. Then you say, well, Coach, you just told me not to mask, but now you're telling me to mask. There's a time and a season for all things. Find your Bible scripture for that, because that is true. Sometimes you don't need everybody seeing certain sides of you, because not everybody is going to be pumping you up. They're going to be pumping your brakes. See, this is the thing. When you understand what is suffocating you, you will release it. I posted earlier, it is time for us to disconnect from those things that are suffocating us. Suffocation means putting something that is something that keeps you from being able to breathe, be able to not be the real you. Stop allowing people, places, and things to suffocate you, because if you're going to wear it proud. If you're going to let somebody deter you from where you're going, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, my friends, because stop feeding people, places, and things that can't digest your wealth. Your worth. If you are in this place right now, it is time for you to disconnect from some things that you have been saying that doesn't really represent you. In the event that you have forgotten some things, you may have to be reminded by your own merchandise. Can I be honest with you? When God woke me up this morning, he reminded me of what my merchandise says. My packets, my toolkits, all of those represent something. But if I am not wearing it appropriately, can I be honest with you? If I'm not wearing it appropriately, then it's not going to give the volume that it needs, right? So in my mind, I have to say to myself, what am I wearing today? Am I wearing fear? Because some of you are wearing fear and it looks really good on you. You're afraid to move to your next level. You're afraid to jump into the river. But at the same token, but you're ready to throw out the life preservers to everybody else. Have you thought about it's time for you to jump in your own river and put on your own life preserver? I don't know who I'm talking to today, and maybe I'm talking to me. But at the end of the day, I got to tell you, it's time for us to stop wearing everybody else's clothing. Let me tell you something. As a third child of my mom and my dad, I got a whole lot of hand-me-downs. But can I be honest with you? Hand-me-downs can be good and bad. It develops some things in your mind. Sometimes you got to understand that wearing those hand-me-downs means you're wearing the things that had held the other person down that wore them before you. I don't know about you. I don't have hand-me-downs to give you. What I have is a brand new outlook. What I'm giving you is something greater to think about. The reason why I talk about the 3S theory is plain and simple because it's a process that works. The 3S theory does work. Being silent, waiting for that strategic plan for you and God to show up. It works. I don't know about you. I can't put on Coach K's theory and her logo and claim it to be mine. What I can do is I can refer to her. She says this all the time: practice now voice. I love it. I love the theory. It is her theory though, and I can't wear it if I'm not believing in it. See, this is the thing. When I wear something that somebody has given me, it's because I believe in it. Baby, give me a t-shirt that I can walk around and says God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I can rock that t-shirt because I know that it's the truth. What are you putting on you that you don't need to have? I'm being honest with you. When you start looking at the hand-me-downs, let me think about this. A couple of years ago, I was dating this amazing young man, and I'm saying amazing as a sarcastic, but no, that's a lie. Lord, please forgive me, because he was fantastic. He just wasn't enough for Abraham material. But can I be honest with you? Can I just enlighten you just a little bit? His sister she knew I love shoes. Guys, if you didn't know me, I love shoes and elephants. And she used to give me these beautiful shoes. And at one point, I was taking them every time she gave them to me because they were name brand. They had something that jumped out at the people. Hey, Pastor Sheena, thanks for joining. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. When I tell you that it is so amazing to me, when she would give me these shoes and I would wear them. Matter of fact, I got a pair that I'm going to wear for the winter that she gave me some years ago. Say, I keep good stuff too. But this is the thing. You have to know the spirit in what somebody has given you. What are you wearing? The spirit that she gave those shoes to me was in the spirit of love. So when I put them on my feet, I felt her love. Are you putting on things that you can't even feel? Some of you are really comical to me. Hey, can I just be honest with you? I'm saying this in love. Y'all know how I do with Victoria Elevates. I love you too. I'm so glad you're here, Pastor Sheena. When I tell you that at the end of the day, when I put those shoes on, it felt like I was Cinderella. Okay. All right, come to the Positive Self-Building course. You'll find out about all kinds of characters that we know about. But check this out. When I put on her shoes, I felt like Cinderella walking into another level. Are you putting on stuff that's making you feel worse than you already felt? See, this is my intent for every event that I attend that I am speaking at, is that the people don't leave the same way that they came in. And I truly mean that. See, people, we've said this as a cliche. I don't want you to come in my house and go out the same way you came. I truly mean that. My house is my mouth. My house is what is around me. It's my atmosphere. I want to be able to impact you. If I'm Victoria Elevates and you're wearing one of my logos, you're wearing one of my pieces of garment, I want you to wear it proudly, knowing that I'm giving you something that's going to giving you something. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't went to R&B there for a moment. He can feel. Yes, actually, that is pretty good. I'm giving you something that you can feel, something that you can feel that's going to empower you for your next journey. See, if you can't walk into this atmosphere feeling better about the person that you are, then I need you to step off the table, right? I need you to go. I need you to go somewhere else. I need you to find what really attracts you. See, this is the thing. Can I be honest with you? I know I'm not for everybody because everybody can't handle such a real chick like me, and that's all right. But at the end of the day, what are you putting on? Because if you are attending things, if you are going to workshops, if you are partaking in studying something, you got to understand what is it doing for you right now. I'm here to tell you that there's some people, places, and things that you need to go in your closet and throw away some of those hand-me-downs. Take away some things that you have been taught many years ago that didn't apply to you. Can I be honest with you? I say this all the time in love to my father. My father says this many times. He says, "Baby girl, if I could teach you some of the things now that I know now, I would change some things." What do you mean, Daddy? Because all of the things that you taught me have impacted me and empowered me. But he even realized that there were some things that he needed to teach me differently in order to handle where I'm going now. The key to this is when you are listening to someone or you are reading some material, because some of y'all read too much, some of y'all listen too much. Sometimes you need to get silent, the 3S. You need to be silent and have God direct you where to go and what to read and what to see. Some of us are we're so putting on things that we don't need. It's not your weight, baby. Can I be honest with you? It's time to pull off some of these things. I don't know about some of you young folks, some of you girlies out there. But at a time in life, they used to make women wear these corsets that will hold you in and tighten you up and make you feel like you couldn't breathe. Can I be honest with you? It didn't do any good. It was supposed to keep us from, it's supposed to keep those chicks from going out there and doing things that they weren't supposed to do. Baby, the corset didn't do nothing between. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there for your imagination. At the end of the day, you got to understand that what you're putting on you, it should be the armor of God. Hello. Can I tell you that even when you put on the armor of God, it comes with some stipulations? So when you are putting on these garments, does it apply? Do you know how to use it? Baby, stop trying to understand everybody else's tools and understand yours. Can you understand that if I give you this t-shirt, it's because I want you to stop feeding everything that doesn't help you. I want you to stop. I want you to let the people know that it's time for me to stop feeding everything that does not help, that does not digest my worth. Because if you are not feeding me good things, I don't need it. There's something good, there's something amazing about wearing hand-me-downs. Can I tell you what it is? Is that if you get the right material, see, this is the thing. Hand-me-downs should be material that lasts for a long time. If you're giving me a t-shirt that you wore 2 years ago and it's already got holes in it, watch this. If it already has holes in it, what benefit is it going to give me? Can I be real with you? Some of us need to go into the mindset of ourselves and ask ourselves some questions. What does it really look like to be on the other side? I don't know about you. I really don't. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he has done for me, I got to start asking myself, what does that look like when I put it on? What does it feel like when I put it on? I don't know about you. Some people will never know how important you are until you pull off those dead weight clothes that do not belong to you. What did you put on you today? There's some people, places, and things around you that is waiting for the real you to come on out. Baby, if you missed the workshop a couple of weeks about being your authentic self, ask me, say, Coach, can I please have a repeat? Baby, there is time for us to be our authentic self. And what that means is and when you're walking through the fire, you still got to be the real you. Baby, you will never know that the fires that I am walking through right now. But when I tell you, What I'm putting on is my armor, because I can walk through the fire and I can stand with the fire. I can take the hand-me-downs of the saints that prayed for me, and I can put on those garments and have strength and be able to move to my next level. I don't know about you. I want you to take 30 seconds, and I want you to write down wherever you are, write it down. What am I wearing that doesn't belong to me? I want you to hold it right there, and then I want you to see this. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't. I love dance. I love dancing to great music. So answer the question. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you're thinking about. Let me know what you're working with. What are some things that you've been putting on that you really don't need to put on? Help me understand. One of the things is what we just talked about, what you just saw was people pleasing. How many of you put on the garment that had a people pleasing? Why I gotta please everybody else's thoughts but my own? Baby, take off that hat. It doesn't belong to you. Remove that hashtag that says you are a people pleaser. Baby, you don't have to please nobody but God. Hello, how you doing? At the end of the day, people that are attached to you, people that are assigned to you, either they will come to you on their free basis, or they will be searching for you under the covers. It is time for you to remove the people pleasing. Take the hashtag off of your head. Some of us have in the old days, y'all say I'm 61, I can say old days now. Back in the day, there was a thing where you wore headbands, and they had little, just like you wore t-shirts, we wore headbands that had something to say on them. It was Black Power, or we are the people. Listen, I need you to understand that headband didn't apply to you. Pastor Sheena said, take it off. Now she the pastor. So if the pastor can say it's time for us to take it off, what are you thinking about? You've been walking around here like, okay, my brother Lazarus had to lay down. It was weighing him so much. See, I got a whole message on that, Pastor Sheena. I'm going to preach it on my own program. Check this out. Lazarus was weighed down with the excess weight of everybody else. All of those hashtags, all of those t-shirts, all of those things. But baby, when he laid down and took a nap, and he did what Jesus told me, it's time to rise up. When he got up, baby, he shook off everything that was attached to him, and he kept moving. What are you wearing is weighing you down. What you have on is wearing you down. You put on this big heavy coat, and it's 90 degrees outside. You can't even breathe because you're wearing it. You are wearing the doubt of your own mind. People, let me tell you something. You are valued at more than you can ever imagine. You have a place where you need to be. It's time for you to move to your next level. It's time for you to move the excess weight off of you. You need to take some time and say to yourself, baby, you gotta go. It's time to remove the weight. Lazarus said, hey, deuces and 5 quarters to y'all jokers. I'm out of here. I'm not wearing this anymore. Hey, Miss Cynthia, thanks for joining, sweetheart. When I tell you it's time for you to move off the hand-me-downs, the hand-me-downs, if you can't do it because, well, I tried it and it didn't work. You need to move that. That wasn't your cloak that you need to wear. You need to move those, take off those heavy shoes that you that you know don't fit your feet, baby, because when you start walking in those shoes, they flip, flop, floppity flip. You are not a flip flopper, so don't wear it. Do you not understand that it's time for us to move to our next level? That's it, Miss Cynthia. It's time to enlarge our territory. How can we enlarge our territory when we're carrying everybody else's problems and we don't have anywhere to go but ourselves? This is the thing. It's okay to be a helper, but don't be an enabler. Help, but not enable. Help, but not enable. See, this is the thing. When you learn the tools of removing some things out of your way, you got to say, it's time to hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Tell that joker, hit the road. I don't care if it's something in you. You got to speak to this person on the inside. What is elevated, not tolerated? It's removing those things on the inside of us that is keeping us tolerated by the people. Because see, the people only see what you allow them to see. If they see you broken, that's all they're going to see. Remove that joker off your back, baby. You are not holding me hostage any longer. You're not holding myself. You're not holding my doubt. You're not holding nothing. At the end of the day, are you ready to move? Well, it may require you to throw out some things, right? It may require you to give away this what is it, that Michael Kors pocketbook. Hey, I'm talking to myself. My daughter gave me a Michael Kors pocketbook years ago, baby, and the straps keep falling off, and I keep look, Pastor Sheena, I go in and get me some good old craft and glue and some things, and I keep trying to hold on to it, baby. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Because what you're wearing no longer has any value. If it no longer has value, you need to remove it. It's time to push it to the side. If it's not helping you grow, baby, let it go, let it go, let it go. It is time for us. Hey, look, check this out. People, places, and things that you keep holding on to, but they don't even understand your value. They don't even like you. Baby, it ain't because they don't like you. It's something. I said this the other night, and I think some of my DOE ladies almost fainted. Check this out. Sometimes the people don't like you. It ain't about you at all. They dislike you because there's something in them that they don't like. Baby, it's time to remove all of that mess. If you love me, you will watch me grow. If you love me, you will put me, when I'm down and out, you will lift me up. But baby, you won't put any extra weights on me. See, the thing is, the Bible says he will put no more on us than we can bear. He won't, but you do. We allow us to put on these go. Look, Pastor Shana, back in the day, I used to love to see people wearing these wide-legged pants. I don't know what you call them. I can't think what they're called, but they used to wear these wide-legged pants, and I was like, bell bottoms. That's what they used to call. I don't know what they call them now. Pastor Shana, I don't know what they call them now. But they used to wear bell bottoms back in the day, and they looked so cute on everybody but me. It was too much. When I would put on a pair of bell bottoms, let me tell you what would happen. I would be tripping over the ends of the feet of them. Why is that? Because it wasn't what I needed for me. It did not suit what my character is. I'm a tight-legged walking jean person, baby. You got to understand what your purpose is. I don't know about you. When you start removing things that don't apply to you, because 90% of the people that look, come here, let me tell you something. If you do a real evaluation of the people and places and things that's associated with you right now, ask yourself, do I need them or do they need me? If they need you, then you don't need to put on their clothes. You need to loan them yours. Let me say that for the people in the back at the church. Let me just say this for all the people around the world. We're around the world, and I can't find my baby. Okay. Anywho, this is the thing. If I am trying to help you, how am I going to put on, how am I going to put on your weight if I'm trying to help you? Why would I do that? Yes, yes, I am my brother's keeper. Yes, yes, I'm gonna pray for my brother. If my brother hurts, yes, yes, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna hurt too. But baby, that don't mean that I put your weight on me. That means that I am praying for it to get off of you. I don't know about you. There's some of us that have been carrying other people's discouragements. I don't care. Look, I have a gift of discernment. I have those gifts. Pastor Shane, you know how we work it. I got those gifts. But at the end of the day, what am I utilizing them for? How am I making sure that it's working for the good of God? So you got to understand, because it is on you doesn't mean that it's for you. Okay, I'm sorry. Because you're wearing it doesn't mean that it's appropriate for you. Sometimes we are wearing people's okay, let me pause a little bit. Some of us are wearing other people's gifts. Then you're trying to figure out why it's not working for you. Baby, there are some gifts and talents that God has given me. You can't wear it like God gave me to wear it. Hello, how you doing? You need to find your own clothing. Stop attaching yourself to stuff that don't fit you. Not everybody that sits in my corner can actually say to themselves that I'm ready to be elevated. Some people can't wear it. Stop trying to be Janet on the block. How about just being you? How about just wearing your own clothes? Because you are uniquely and specially designed by God. Baby, can I tell you? When I want to look, when I get in the pulpit, I can preach like Victoria all day long. Why? Because I ain't trying to preach like you, baby. I'm not trying to be the coach like you. I'm trying to be the coach like God intended me to be. I'm an educated learner. I like to learn everything that I possibly can learn. But does that mean that every time I need to put it in place for me? You got to find your own way. You got to find your own yellow brick road. Dorothy said, the song says, follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road, follow, follow, follow. Some of y'all don't even know a yellow from a green. Some of you are looking at a brown brick road and you're declaring that it's yellow just because Dorothy said so. But baby, if you really took what Dorothy said and applied it, it would help you find your own yellow brick road. Baby, can I tell you, at the end of the day, what are you putting on that doesn't represent you? I can't, when I go places, I can't just sit in one place. I can't sit on the first 5 rows. That doesn't suit me. That's not who I am created to be. Who I'm created to be is to be a person that moves around the atmosphere. I'm a person who moves around throughout the crowd. I can't sit on the first 5 rows all the time. Sometimes God would tell me, but do you, when you limit my ability by putting on something that does not apply to me, then you're suffocating me. I'm going to need some of y'all to ask yourself, what do I need to give away? This is the thing. This is another point I want to give you. Stop giving away stuff that you know can't help nobody else. Let me let y'all pause with that for a minute. Stop giving away unusable tools. Some of y'all are giving off these bad attitudes. You're giving off this bad aroma about you. Stop giving that off. You know good and doggone well. You sitting there telling Sally, that Sally, I love you. Girl, let me give you this pocketbook. And you give Sally that pocketbook, and Sally goes to put her money in that pocketbook and it falls through the hole. Why? Because you gave Sally something that was worthless. Stop speaking value and stop saying that you got value to give when all you got hurt is to bring. I don't know about you. There's sometimes you just got to stop and ask yourself, God, what good am I doing in this season? I don't know about you. Even through my pain, even through my furnace experience, I'm still asking God, God, is this good enough? And God said, baby, are you still walking? Are you still breathing? Are you still talking? Are you still hearing the words that is coming from my mouth into your ears so that it comes out of your mouth? You got to understand what you are carrying. Depends on what you wear. How can you wear the armor of God and you still I'm not talking about this is how, can I be honest with us leaders out there today? Let me talk to my leaders out, because I believe everybody is a leader. Let me talk to my leaders out there today. Stop stabbing people. Stop stabbing them. Let them flourish. Stop holding them back. Let them flourish. Stop putting your garments on them and saying, this is the only way you're going to get it. No, it's not. The reason why we have people that are roaming all over the world is because they're being told, put this on. This is the only way. 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 No, baby, that's not the only way. When I found out that I loved me, that my self-care was dying, was because I was listening to everybody else. I said, baby, I want you to go out there, get your nails done, get your hair done. You'll feel so much better. Baby, I was walking around with my nails and hair done, and I was still dying on the pew. Baby, you better get in this self-care journey and open up your eyes and say, what are we doing? Who are we really working with? I don't need you, baby. What works for you in your season may not work for me. I can look, this is the thing. I can glean from anybody. I have been under some of the most phenomenal pastors and leaders, and I've learned a whole heck of a lot. But you know what? I can refer back to those times that I didn't understand it, when it didn't make good sense to me. When. See how the enemy can almost try to knock you out. See, you got to understand that you can't be knocked out by, look, the enemy thought he had us, but he had to let us go. See, this is the thing. Can I be honest with you? Yes, that momentarily stopped us for about 30 seconds or so. But at the end of the day, God still got a plan. So you got to understand that sometimes you got to know where you are in your own place. See, people have told us that you got to carry it this way. Can I be real honest with you? You ain't got to carry it. Don't worry about with the way God gave it to you. This is the thing. At the end of the day, you got to understand the garments that you got on. Understand what you're wearing and why. Understand the real you. I can do all things to Christ that strengthens me. Baby, yes, I can. And there's sometimes, oh, baby, there are sometimes, can I tell you that you got to shake off some things? Lazarus just didn't shake off some things. Lazarus shook off everything. And he went running because the garments that had been placed on him wasn't his. Some of you are walking in doubt of who you really are. Some of you are still afraid to position yourself for greater because you're afraid. You, Pastor Sheena, see, you're talking now. See, this is the thing. When I tell people in the classroom, Pastor Sheena, let me have this conversation with you. See, this is the thing. When I took on the goal, the process of increasing people's knowledge about understanding their authentic self, Pastor Sheena, can I tell you, Pastor Sheena? Look, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all help me have this conversation. Pastor Sheena, I found that it was people that were in the church that didn't understand that God was using me in a different way, and they wanted to hold me back. But God said, no more, baby. You are no longer going to be held back because the real you is greater, because the real you is who I chose and called. You got to understand what you are working with in the season. I am a vigilante for the helping you find out who the real you is. Because some of us are still too scared to understand. Baby, the real you is who God created you to be. He only put you in some places, in some situations, in some circumstances. And can I even say under some leaders that were supposed to guide you to your next, not prostitute your gifts. See, that ain't just in the church house, that's in everybody's house. If people know what your true value is and what you're carrying and what you're wearing, sometimes that can be intimidating. Sometimes that can be like, wait a minute, where am I going? You got to understand where you are right now, and what God has assigned you to do is the assignment to help somebody else get to their next. See, pastoral and leaderships and all these little tag names that we want to give. We want to give, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. Baby, the greatest means that you are an inheritance, or inheriting the things that God has created in you for you to gain. See, this is the thing. Stop pretending and stop being. What are you wearing? What do you have on right now? What is causing you to feel that you're inadequate? Can I be honest with you? It is because you have not been at the right place in your own life. You stop discerning life when everybody said, let me put on this coat on you. Let me put this hat on you. Let me put these shoes on you. Let me put these chains on you. Let me put this tightrope around your throat. When they put what are you wearing? Are you wearing that noose around your neck? Did it only take one good push and you're strangling? I don't know about you. Some of us have got to move to the next level. Take on the whole armor of God. Take on what he has said is yours. He created, baby. He created you for this. He chose you for this. He chose you for this. What you are learning is only tools to get you to your next. Sit with some great people. Get you an amazing coach. Because I'm amazing. So amazing. I'm an amazing coach, and I'm associated with so many other amazing coaches. But can I tell you? Pastor Sheena, you better stop now, because typically people that cannot understand you will put you in places, in garments that have nothing to do with you, but it's in order to uplift them. Baby, I look at numbers for a couple of reasons, because I need to know where my target is. But baby, I don't need the numbers for me to make you feel like you underneath me. Baby, I'm an eagle. I fly. I soar. Let me correct myself. Eagles soar and chickens cluck. That's a phrase I've been using for many years. And people say, oh, that's good. It is. You know why? Because eagles soar with their wings and they glide up into the air, into the atmosphere. And anything that's coming with them or for them, they got to reach higher to get to them. Can you fly higher than an eagle? ego. Okay, I'm not singing today. This is the thing. Some of you, some of us are wearing clothing that don't belong to us. Some of you don't understand that he took you out of a situation and he removed you out of the toxic waste that was really strangling you. But you keep holding on to that coat that John bought you 10 years ago, and John's been gone and he's done remarried 3 times, but you still holding on to that coat that John gave you. Baby, baby, take off that coat that John gave you because you're walking around with dead weight. He's done moved on. He done seen some better days without you, but you're still holding on to the thought that John is going to come back. Baby, you better go somewhere and let John go. John Boy, Sue Ellen, and all of the Walton clan, let them go. It was good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. Pastor Shannon, I'm an eagle. I'm soaring, baby. But what I want you to know today, it is time for you to move on. It is time for you to exhale past whatever situation and circumstances that you have heard and seen. It's time for you to move on. You've been waiting. Hey, Coach Lady Stephanie in the house. That's my girl. When I tell you it is time for you to let it go. Let it go. Those bad relationships, they left you with a pitch. Babe, look, who am I talking to? Let me see. Oh, let me see. Let me tell you who I'm talking to. Get rid of those old photographs of you and John when y'all was so happy. Miss Carrie, tell Mr. John I love him. I ain't talking about him. But this is the thing. When you, Abraham, no, I ain't gonna say Abraham. Paul, let's use Paul. Those pictures of you and Paul hanging together, and Paul was loving you while he was loving somebody else, but he was loving you in that picture. And Paul done been gone. Paul is over there with Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island. And y'all still waiting for Paul to come back. Gilligan got him, baby. What's her name? I don't remember the character. Mary Ann got him. You don't need him no more. So why you look, people say, well, I'm holding on to the memories. Let me tell you something. My 3 children, they have pictures of me and their dad through our wedding, because that's a memory that they weren't here to see. But guess what? I don't walk around with pictures of my ex-husband in my wallet, baby. I don't walk around with that. I removed it, not because the memories were good when we had them. I got a picture of me looking like this, and my daughter loves that picture. But I was thinking about when I got home, when he got home from Germany, where we were going to dinner. That's why I was looking like. I was in love, but the love is ended. The love is ended. Come on, Stephanie. Stephanie is a relationship coach. Stephanie says you better control alt delete. Baby. Stephanie, I'm just going straight for the delete and put it in the trash. Baby, if you haven't got an elevator not tolerated toolkit, let me know, because I can ship you one. I'm going to have a whole class about that one day. Just I want people to get it. See, this is the thing. It's time for you to let it go. You've been wearing your wedding band too long. Your wedding is over. The divorce papers came. Baby, I can't even tell you what pawn shop I dropped my ring off when I got divorced. Honestly. I'm being real. You have stuff on that you're still walking around with stuff. You're walking around with those spirits that will take you nowhere, baby. You're walking on around with the hand-me-downs from the last bad relationship that Paul had. Baby, you're walking around with the hat, that big wide hat that Sister Sally gave you when you first came to the church. But Sister Sally then said, baby, I done moved on. I done took off the hat and put on me some weave. What is you wearing that no longer that no longer profits you anything. I got a pair of leggings on right now, and they got they got a couple of holes in them. Y'all, look, y'all know what to give me for Christmas. They got a couple of holes in them, but you know why I got them on? Because they're still giving me value. Now, you got a hole in a place where you shouldn't have it. What? Okay. You got a hole in the place that you shouldn't have it, then you need to get rid of them pants. You need to throw them away right now. Stop putting on everybody else's stuff. It's okay to be loved originally. Let me speak to Stephanie. Say, come on, Stephanie. Stephanie with me. But Stephanie, mine was a pebble. It wasn't a diamond. So that's the reason why I got rid of it, baby. This Coach Stephanie, our relationship coach, is educating y'all now. Don't get rid of the diamonds. Now I got rid of the pebble, but I'm gonna keep a diamond now. Just so you know. Y'all better call Abraham and tell him to give me a diamond. But at the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself what you're wearing. Do a evaluation of what you're wearing. Are you wearing somebody else's pain because it don't fit you? It doesn't look good on you. Are you wearing somebody else's doubt? It don't look good on you. So they doubt you. Take it off. You're not doubting Thomas, baby. Take it off. Take it off. Remove it. Are you ready to excel to your next? I hope you are. Because even though the enemy try to knock us offline for a few minutes, the devil don't win. But this is the thing. I really want you to ask yourself this question. What am I wearing that it doesn't have any value for me right now? What have you been attaching yourself to? Whom have you been? See, sometimes I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let it go. Last benediction. Who are you attached to because somebody else said you need to be attached to them and it's giving you no value? It's time to let it go. What are you wearing that's not helping you prosper? And I'm not talking financially, I'm talking mentally. Because, baby, sometimes you have to let the very thing that you love let go. All right, guys, I got to roll up out of here. I got some things to do. I got things to do and people, places, and things to see. I hope something has been said to you on this day that's going to help you get to your next level, because elevated, not tolerated, means to rise above anything and everything that has held us down and has caused us to feel inadequate. But, baby, between you and I, it's time for us to be empowered, embraced, and educated to be elevated and not tolerated. Now, there's some events coming up. I need you to go ahead and sign up for them. Check out my pages. There's some things that are happening. The master class and the workshop is coming. December gonna be hot for me. I need you to register now because the prices will go up after November 30th. I promise you. Have you have a desire and you need us at your event, you better go ahead and book us now, because we're getting some requests to do some things. I got to go to a gala in I think it's in April. I got to look, y'all, my head. But I'm telling you, the Favor Affairs Conference is coming back. It's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to start on a Friday night, and we're going to have an all-day workshops all day long on Saturday. Look for that. You want to get your tickets early for that, because you'll need to book your room at a local place if you plan on coming here for it. The Coaches on Parade is coming back with great people like Stephanie Horton, Coach K. Clark. We got some other new breeds coming, but baby, can I tell you, Coaches on Parade is coming back for 2024. It's going to be hot and heavy up in here, right? We got also the Collaboration versus Conspiracy Conference is coming back in 2024. We've already set the dates. But baby, let me tell y'all a secret. Stephanie, shh, don't tell nobody. But there is a major event coming, the Sassy Saturday Social Network. It's a networking event that's coming here in Greensboro. Vendors will want to go ahead and reserve your spot, because I'm only going to have 15 spots available. But it is the Super Sassy Saturday sophisticated networking event. You don't want to miss it, baby. It's all tucks and pearls on that day. Wait for it. You'll need to see it. You'll need to register for it as soon as it gets posted. Guys, we love you. Come back on Sunday night. The relationship couple that we love and dear, the Faulkners will be with us. Dr. Robert and Khadijah Falk will be with us on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. They are the relationship guru of marriage and love and commitment and all those good things. So you don't want to miss it. So I'll see you Sunday. Unless God tells me to give you another moment. See ya.